Nobody. Bunch of veterans. All right. You guys already know the spiel. Go ahead, Jeremy.
All right, guys, thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We're focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovered individuals, anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. Combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Number 1, meeting start time is 7 o'clock. Please be on time. 2, please turn off all cell phones to ringer, turn your cell phone's ringers off to vibrate. Please refrain from posting on social media during the meeting to show respect and courtesy to yourself and others. 3, please, only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so everyone can hear. 4, proof of attendance is gladly provided. Please turn in your paperwork right up here. Prior to the meeting, you can pick it up at the end. 5, honesty is required. Number 6, feel free to openly share your comments and points of views on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. 7, this meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. So, please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability. This is to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. 8, if you're a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them to our program. 9, your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside this meeting. 10, please refrain from leaving a meeting while it is in progress. It is disruptive to others. 11, smoking or vaping should be done off the property. 12, please dispense all trash in the garbage can and do not litter on our premises.
Thank you, Jeremy. Who has the guidelines for living the lifestyle of recovery?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Charmony, and the guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guideline 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. Number 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, define balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help with supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. And 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Who has What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson?
I do. My name is Draven. What Racing for Recovery means to me. Respect yourself enough to quit using. Accept the challenges that lie ahead. Commit to your recovery. Include friends and family on your journey. Never doubt your will to succeed. Give yourself credit for your accomplishments. Focus on the positive things you want in life. Overcome your fears and keep moving forward. Remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. Reach out to others to give and receive support. Expect holes in the road. Choose another road. Care for your body. We only get one in this lifetime. Open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. Victory comes from a balance of lifestyle. Educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. Racing for Recovery saves lives. You will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for introductions. We're going to go around the room. We want to know who you are and why you decided to join us tonight. Do not say that you're an alcoholic or an addict, but if that helps you in your own recovery, please feel free to do so, and we'll start with you.
My name is Matt. I'm here to help myself, and this place gave me the opportunity to do that.
My name is Rick. I'm here for support. Josh, I'm here for support.
My name is Jasper. Stay focused.
I'm Taylor. I'm here to stay on the right path.
I'm Justin. I'm here to support.
My name is Brandon, and I'm just happy to be here.
My name is Tyler. I'm here to change my life.
My name is Ben. I'm here for this place, so I hope you stay sober.
My name is Brian. I'm here because I love this place. I love who I am when I'm here.
My name is Brian. I'm here for support.
Christy, I'm here for balance. I'm Gene, I'm here because I need to be here.
Adam, I'm here because this place works for me.
I'm Kevin. I'm here to become a better person.
Nick, I'm here to learn new things.
I'm Heather and Alexander. We come because you guys are our family. We love it.
My name is Bob. I'm here to learn.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm here to live life sober.
I'm Emily. I'm here to learn something new and positivity.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Jo. I'm here for numerous reasons, and I'm working on some peace in my life and some slice of surrender.
Hi, I'm Alejandra, and I'm here to learn new things and stay sober.
I'm Andrew, and I'm here to learn how to live life sober.
I'm RJ. I'm here for support.
I'm Wesley. I'm here because this place is different. It's teaching me how to be a better man, person, father, brother, uncle. And I just want to do better. I want to get it. Life is short.
Keith. I'm here for support.
I'm Matt. I'm here to be another person. I'm going to stay focused, and today's my 90 days.
Tony, I'm here to remain teacher.
I'm Tim, I come here for the positive vibe.
Justin, I'm here to stay on track. Kevin, here to become a better person.
I'm Steve. I'm here for balance.
I'm Ashley. I'm here to do work.
I'm so I'm here to keep winning.
I'm Christy. I'm here for support. Justin, I'm here for support.
Steve, I come here to stay sober.
Alina, I'm here to continue learning how to heal from the traumas.
Kurt, I'm here to live.
Mike, I come to stay connected and see my friends here.
My name is Jared. I'm here to stay sober and for the support.
My name is Phil. I'm here to be a better person.
I'm Steve, just here to keep improving.
I'm Chris. I'm here for a better way of life.
I'm Ryan. I'm here to stay sober and live a better life.
I'm Dakota. I'm here to stay positive and stay sober.
I'm Chelsea. I'm here to stay on track.
I'm Lorenzo. I'm here to maintain sobriety and improve the quality of my life.
My name is Draven. I'm here to be the best version of me.
I'm Sharmini. I'm here because I'm a living example of God's grace and mercy.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here because I can't imagine my life without sobriety, and I love this place.
I'm Ward. I'm here to listen.
I'm Amy.
I'm Jason. I'm here to maintain my sobriety and be a better father to this little guy. That's bigger than me.
I'm Michael. I'm here to learn.
I'm Sean. I'm here to share my experience and also hear others and positivity.
I'm Deanna, and I'm just here to stay on track and do some good stuff.
Need to learn.
My name is Jeremy, guys. I come to these meetings, one, because Racing for Recovery is part of my personal identity, and two, because my humility, my ability to handle situations in a calm manner is a big asset to me, and these meetings help keep that intact.
My name is Dustin, and I'm here for all of that, and because it's Monday, and this is part of my routine, and it is my favorite way to start off the week. And you were late, so you can go ahead and introduce yourself. I'll go ahead and put you on the spot.
I'm Candy, I'm here because this is the right one.
Perfect. Okay, who has the answer?
I do. The answer by Donald D. Clark. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle hope helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Thank you, sir. Announcements? Besides the race coming up in like 10 months? Nobody? Alrighty, as you can see from the introductions, our meetings are for people, are for everyone affected by self-destructive behavior. No topic is off limits. So if there's something you guys want to talk about before we get started, good, bad, in between, we can do that, or we can just dive into the book. The book it is. All right.
No, hold up. I gotta get something off my chest.
Okay, we didn't raise your hand.
I'm sorry. I was hesitating. But I'm still Charmy, and I'm struggling. I guess it's guideline number 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into my lifestyle as a challenge to triumph over. I have been struggling. I've been wanting to get high. It's like life keeps happening, but I keep fighting. You know, I shared the last couple of weeks about the custody thing, and now this week is my job. Everything, it's like the enemy knows what I love and what I care about, and that's what he's attacking me with. It was with my kids, now this week is my job. I've been working at my job for a few months, and they called me today and said, well, they called me last week, said they had to take me off the schedule because my background check hadn't came back yet. And then they finally called me back today and said, it came back and I gotta let you go. I've been working in my field, nurse assistant, for, I don't know, 9 some years, man, and I love what I do. So now, I guess it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's consequences of the choices I made a couple months ago. I'm not going to get high, but, it crosses my mind. It's just a thought. I'm not going to act on it, but I just know, I'm destined for greatness, because otherwise the enemy wouldn't be trying so hard to pull me back. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. I normally don't come on Mondays. My baby's been running a fever all weekend, and my nerves is just frazzled because she won't let nobody hold her. And I just had to get away, be in a positive atmosphere. So I just needed to share. Thank you for listening.
I'm glad you spoke up. 2 things I know for sure. Life's always going to happen, and getting high or drunk is just going to make everything worse. So I'm glad you spoke up and said something. Helps with the accountability, and I'm sure you're not the only one that struggles with that. I know my background has affected me from all of my consequences multiple times. There's jobs that's happened to me with. Union jobs I got fired from because, and the same thing happened. I was working there for 2 months, and I get called in the office. They're like, hey, you gotta go, and that's it. But that's okay. That's because of the choices that I made and the consequences that followed. So you want to say something, Jeremy?
Yep, so I'll speak from my perspective on it. My obsession when I was smoking crack was so severe that it would just dictate my every move. That obsession's lifted. So if I start to think that getting high is a good idea, I think it's a 2-pronged approach for me. and I start to look at the peculiar situation that led to it, and then I play that narrative out. What has using always gotten me? And then that veneer of how great it sounds kind of eliminates itself. I got 5 felonies at a prison number and a handful of misdemeanors. I've been told no so many times. It's unbelievable. But I've shifted the no to accelerate me to move forward.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Not much different than what you're saying, what you two have said, and Charmony. I mean, I think I can personally relate to it. The feeling of wanting to get high always seems to be like the first instinct for me when something goes wrong. And just recently, you know, I got back into school last semester. I want to be a teacher, and I want to go into education. I did field experience. Come to find out that I might not be able to continue doing that because of a misdemeanor that's on my record. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I don't even know if I can figure it out. I might just have to take a different path so I don't spend a bunch of money and a bunch of time and find out I can't do it. And the first instinct is like, fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore. This wasn't worth it anyway, go get high. But that just closes every other door that could possibly be opening if I continue doing the right thing. So.
And it's hard not to be hard on yourself. I get it. And just my track record has proven that that's just not going to make anything better. You know, every time I've went back out, shit's gotten worse, or I've ended up with more felonies or more jail time, or I don't know. I never went back out and had not have consequences, and I've never gotten high or drunk that fixed my whatever problem I was having. I'm glad you spoke up about it, though. That's huge. Elaine.
Yeah, Charmy, I'm so glad that you told on your addiction. I have felt the way that you're feeling or felt, and I didn't say anything, and I went out and used. This is before I came to Racing for Recovery. I truly believe my addiction is cunning, baffling, and powerful. And it will use anything, any person, place, thing, situation, to make me think that taking one is a good idea. And it's not. You know, here at Racing, I'm so glad that they tell us, and I understand it, that I have a choice today. I don't have to use even if I want to use. That was a novel idea to me. It's like, wow. Just because I want to use it doesn't mean I have to use. So, and when I'm in those tricky places, what seems to work for me is I got to get in that gym, man. I got to sweat. I got to check my eating habits, my sleeping. There's a lot of factors that I kind of go through this little checklist. You know, because some days I feel funky where I want to just say F it. You know, not to go use, but just F it. And with that background thing, oh man, miracles do happen in this program. In fact, my sponsor has your prison numbers, and she is now the executive director of the Dayton UMADOP, and she also just got her doctorate, and her dissertation is in the Library of Congress now. They've made it into a book. So I know miracles can happen. That's a miracle right there to me. And with my background, I have some things on there too. When I went to work for the military, Wright Pat Air Force Base, I ended up calling the CEO, who was the government contractor that did the Newcomer guidebooks, and I needed to go and get a base badge. And so when I was told that I had to go to Wright Pat and get an ID badge, I ended up calling the CEO and told him that I was going to resign, and because I don't want to bring a bad name to his company. And he assured me, he said, Alina, don't worry about it. Just go get your badge. You know, I was honest with him and let him know, you know. And lo and behold, I got that ID where I could go on and off the base at my leisure. So I know miracles happen. Maybe this, I don't know what God's plan is. I just know sometimes I have to be still and just focus on me, staying clean and sober, and just putting one foot in front of the other. my situation is tied too with me just moving. Everybody knows I got the ticket. My brakes are going. I don't have no money because of the move. I got the ticket and I don't have my sticker. I don't have the money to get the sticker, and on and on and on and on. And I still don't have to use because it would make it worse. I have my grandson in here today, and one of our guidelines when it talks about supporting family and friends, he's 13 and he's one of those at-risk youths. And I brought him here with me today, and Kurt bought him lunch. Chris worked him out in the gym. He worked with me a little while in the cardio room, and it's like, and then somebody helped me with some gas. And I was sitting here thinking that song, I get by with a little help from my friends. Maybe older people know that, but anyway, I can't do this by myself. I just can't. And I like what we were getting ready to read, because I went on and read a little bit about the entire family. It says recovery is for the entire family. And I made those around me sick too, and including my daughter. But at any rate, I just want to thank all the guys who helped me today. Wow, you guys just don't know. You gave my grandson, he had a different attitude when he left out of here. With no man in his life, and I'm not trying to hijack the meeting. I just want to share that I'm grateful for the men who helped me today. I am just so grateful. And he got to see that. People willing to help. And it made a difference. It really did. It made a difference for him. And, so I'm just going to keep coming. And let the love of Racing for Recovery and what it stands for spread throughout my family and my friends, because my friends are here, and Todd told me it was okay to bring him, so he can see what positive things other men are doing, so they can be, they were examples to him today, and I'll pass it back.
Thank you. Sean, go ahead.
So I'm going to speak on my experience from what Charmy was saying. Everything in my life can be going absolutely perfect. Things are going great in my life now. The moment that I had thoughts of wanting to get high, no matter how well things were going, just thoughts, I got high. It might not have been right then that moment. It might have been a week later, but I got high. It happened. Because there's this thing with me, there's this, I call it the thinking disease. It comes from nowhere. You don't even see it coming. There's times I've got high and I've messed up so bad, and I didn't even see it literally coming. Like, I've had others tell me, I'm scared for you right now. You're going through some shit. And then I don't even see it. And the first thing that I recognize, so, okay, I'll take you back. So let's say I got high, and then I get back, and I recover, and I start getting back on track and stuff. Then I'm starting to sit there and use all this thinking, like, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? Now I got to fix that. So next time this happens, I don't do this. I end up doing it again, and again, and again, and again, and it happens every time. So what I had to really learn was that I do not know how to stay sober unless I learn from others that have stayed sober and really take and have the willingness to really listen to them and take some instructions. Because on my own devices and my own, I can't do it. I cannot do it because I don't know how. I only know how to fuck up. That's it. I only know how to do wrong. Ever since I was a kid. So it's more of that thinking disease. And then when it comes to jobs, what I've learned today, there's been a lot, I got a little bit of a record, you know, I got a background a little bit. I'll go into a job, it don't matter if I got a tie on, neck tattoo, all this shit scares the shit out of them. They don't even want to hire me, you know, until they get to them. So I learned today that if I really have this strong relationship with God, that's just me. If I have a strong foundation with God, and it doesn't mean I have to go to church every week and all this other stuff, but if I just basically just submit and I accept the fact and I tap out that I'm not in charge no more, I don't have the power, then I'm usually doing okay. And that's all I need to do is okay. It's not my job to figure out this shit. It's not my job to figure out, okay, well, I want to stay sober, what tools do I need? And I need to master this shit like a mechanic. It's not my job to do that. My job is just don't pick up. That's it. And whatever comes in front of me, whatever obstacles, whatever, it's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be, you know, and that's the thing where, yeah, I stay hard on myself all the time. The moment I don't stay hard on myself, the moment I F up. Every time. So jobs and things like that, I look at it like this. I'm where God wants me right now. It does not matter if I go get a job and I don't get it and I'm like, man, I could really see myself doing this kind of job and all this crap, and then I don't get it, then I get anger and I get resentment and I get, you know, I start getting pissed off at everybody, hating everybody, and that's usually when I start to get destructive and I pick up. So I looked at it today as I'm at where God wants me right now. And I have to be acceptance of that, have acceptance of that. And yeah, I don't know. That's just my experience. But I have to, the big thing for me is stop trying to make shit happen. Just let it go. Let things happen the way they're supposed to play out.
Who is that?
Wes.
Who are you?
Lane, I feel your pain. And I was gonna tell you, you ain't got to bear that. I know you do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to bear that. You let that go. Try to, you know, let it go. It's not your fault. It ain't your responsibility. And just keep bringing it around. That's all. I gave you the answer. I'm telling you, I gave you the answer. Use it. For real. You know, when you get to thinking like that, you know, I don't know if you had any near-death experiences or real tragedies or something involving you with your drug use, but just think, if you do go pick up, where'd you get some of that fentanyl mixed in that cane? I had a partner, he had a heart attack. His eye was dead. Took one hit, he was gone. Luckily, you know, his wife was there, and they brought him back because they put fentanyl in shit now. You know what I'm saying? We don't think like that when we want to use, and we usually don't tell like this. I don't usually don't tell nobody. I'm gonna relapse or choose to use it and hide it. And you know, that took a lot coming in here and talking about it. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about it. You know, as far as the job here, shit, I ain't bragging, but shit, I got 14 felonies, about 10 misdemeanors. Armed robberies, bank robberies, credit card swiping. I'm black, kind of big. So when they look at me, they don't know me. All they see is that I'm not that man on that record. They don't know what happened in the bank robberies. They don't go searching, well, this happened. You know what I'm saying? They just looking at me and they looking at that charge. It's probably with him too. You know what I'm saying? I got turned down a whole bunch of times. I don't even let it phase me no more. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It ain't gonna stop me. You know, I'm gonna just go around, go to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. You know, and that's what you got to do. When one door closes, another one opens. And that ain't a saying, that is true. You know, so just hang in there, proud of you. You know, we all want to get high. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. those of us that are in this early stages, like myself, lodging and stuff, better enjoy this shit. You better enjoy this. 'Cause real life show up when you leave out these. This is safe in here. You get out there, you got to put in some real work. If you ain't been putting in no work and got no foundation, your ass out of here. 9 times out of 10. They say only 3 out of 10 of us make it. If that's true, I believe it's true. But if it is, goddammit, excuse my language, I'm gonna be one of them. I'm gonna be one of them 3. That's what I plan on, because I'm tired. I truly believe today I will die if I use again. Because I was one of them type of people that was like, that ain't happened to me. So it happened. Yeah. So, work started when you get out there. You got all type of temptation. Ain't nobody on you. You ain't got to worry about. You might still have to worry about pissing, but we get ready to use. We don't care about no piss tests. I did. Shit, I'm going to get high. But the piss test, whatever come with it, I deal with it later. I got this urge on me right now. And I didn't tell nobody. So I end up in places like this. Again. Ain't that right, Ryan? Shit. You know. We know. We is the same cloth. Same shit we do. Huh? You're right. My evidence showed me when I pick up, I'm going to jail or I'm coming to an institution. And I don't usually go to no institution. This is only the second time really the first time I made it to an institution after I didn't relapse. For real. So, thanks for letting me share.
It's good shit, Wes. Zach, what you got?
Heard Sherman talking about the enemy. I believe in God too. That's one thing. I mean, I don't know a lot, but that's one thing I'm confident in. But you're saying like, one thing I was listening to someone, the preacher, and he's talking about the one thing the enemy's after is your mind. Like, he's not after your kids, he's not after your job, he's not after your money. That's why he's gonna hit you where it hurts. Like, to try to, I don't know, to make you think a different way or make you go back to your old way of thinking. But then it comes back to like, nobody wants to rob an empty house. So you got something, valuable that he's trying to take from you. You know what I mean? It's another test. Like, I remember you saying the other week that you were thinking about getting high the first time when you were gonna go to court, and then you didn't. And then you got a continuance, or you got good news, and you waited it out. It's kind of like a test of faith, like, do you really believe and do it again? I mean, I know it's hard to, like, in the moment, but I don't know, just stay strong, keep the faith, and, like, wait it out, and guarantee you, it might not happen the way you want it to happen, but it'll happen, something will happen. But it's better than going, I don't know, I'm saying that because I know it's hard for me too, like, everyone says, the thoughts they come, but I just try to remember that, like, it's just like, it's a test, like, if you didn't, once you give away your mind, there's nothing you're not going to be as trying to tempt you as much, you're not going to care, you already won, so you've got something that you want.
Thank you. You need to talk more, Zach. Back there quiet, drop some shit like that. Man, Wes, that was, when you started talking about, it's just like that, right? Like for me, it was, I thought about it, and it consumed me, right? And then I went and did it. I didn't go tell Mike, I didn't go tell anybody. I went all by myself, man. And I'm lucky to be here because that could have been it. I didn't let nobody know. That was my mistake, was not telling anybody, hey, I'm feeling this way. I'm about to go do some dumb shit. Somebody help me. I was fortunate enough to make it here. And it gets easier. I can for me, I can promise you it gets easier. You just gotta stay consistent, man. It's life's not gonna stop. That's for sure. Bad shit's unfortunately always around the corner somewhere. Your boss might be a dick. You might lose a job. You might blow a tire. Can't stop that shit from happening. But I know for me, there's a lot. That's never helped any situation. That's the truth. Yeah, you had some good shit to say there, Wes, man. I'm glad you spoke. Renzo.
Sharmany, I'm new in my recovery right now, so you know, I can't say I can give you some solid information to go about, but I know I can relate to you though. Life kicks my ass all the time. You know, I've been through some traumatic experiences, a lot of heartache, and before I used to choose to get high to deal with it. And I know one thing, it never makes it any better. One thing for sure, getting high always made it worse. Brought more heartache, brought more pain, brought more money problems, legal problems. Ain't never did nothing good for me, but temporarily made me feel better, so I thought. I'm glad you spoke up though, because you know, every time I hear you talking here, you know, it's usually positive and good shit. But it ain't always good. Happiness, butterflies and roses. So you did the right thing, man, and hopefully when you leave here, you feel better. Because I know, you know, I've had a couple curveballs thrown at me recently. You know, you ain't alone. I get them thoughts. I know today I choose not to use no matter what. It's not an option for me. I'm lucky to be here myself. I don't even drug of choice, but mine's heroin. I have died a few times. I'm grateful that I'm still here to be able to share and you know, support you through this. You know, we don't know each other too well, but I know the struggle. It is real. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay positive, keep sharing. Don't let it beat you. Because it's gonna be a never-ending fight, man. They say recovery don't stop until the casket drops. And it'll be all right, man. For real. I wish you luck. I hope things get better. Don't take me handing.
Thanks, Lorenzo.
Go ahead, Sean.
I just want to say thanks to everybody, but one thing's for sure and two things for certain. If I was going to get high, I wouldn't be here in no fucking meeting talking about it.
Right.
Just like all y'all said, when your mind is made up, your mind is made up. I just wanted to get it off my chest. But I appreciate everybody and all the feedback, and I'm going to keep it pushing because, I mean, I played my take, man. I ended up new prison, I mean, not prison numbers. I ain't never been in prison, but new cases and shit, man. Fuck that. I'm too old for, excuse my French, but I'm just tired, so I'm not gonna get high. It's a thought. I'm just not acting on it. So, with that said, where we at in the book?
I got two more people. Candy.
I was like, nice try. You should wear a red coat like that, looking like you look. Do you think we're gonna ignore that? Ignore you? No way. Sharmany, just your presence is inspirational to me. It always has been. I've been here for 5 months, and I noticed you immediately. You're probably the first woman that you stood up and said, "My name is Sharmany," and you stood up, and just your words went right through me. I was so broken and it's like steamrolled, but I can't get that out of my head. I keep thinking that I was just flattened by life. And your presence alone when I was first here was like putting breath in me. Like, I'll make it. I'm destined for greatness too. I don't know what the hell that is yet. But she's right. Gosh darn it, she's right. I'm so glad that our lives coincide at this point, because I need you to be around. And I want to be one of those powerful women that you call when you need a little uplifting. when I think about Wonder Woman, I think about women like you. I have a picture of Wonder Woman as I walk into my office, and I touch it as I walk into the office. Like, let's go, girl. Let's get this shit done. You can do this. I say it to myself every morning when I walk in there. You know, I got shit on my record too. I have not gotten jobs because of it too. I have state licenses that I have not been able to put back in place because of it. I've paid all the legal fees to have them expunged. Ain't no such thing with the internet. But I have to keep moving forward. I still have to make money. I still have to eat. I still have to live. I still have to dream and be able to achieve those dreams. So I got some wicked shit going on right now, but where am I? I'm right here where I belong. Pulling in the positive, like-minded people so I can jump back out there and do what needs to be done. You taught me that. Thank you.
Ashley.
I'll make this short and sweet because I know you're like tired of grilling. But I want to tell you I'm not worried about you, honestly, because people that come in here and share shit like that, and you do it like every week. You got if something's wrong, you let it be known. When you do that, it loses its power. To me, I know personally, I was the type of person that wouldn't tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to stop me. And I think that it's really courageous that you come in here and you get raw and you get honest with yourself. And I know one thing's for certain, for me, when my addiction wants to take hold of me and drag me back in, it has this way of like isolating me from the people that really care about me or have my best interest at heart, and lands me in a house full of people that are like conniving and want only what I have to offer at that time. And it takes a lot of guts to like come in here and say what you say, and you are one of those people, like Candy said, that, you know, I have my own struggles when it comes to being a mother and whatever, but like, we are Wonder Women, and we need to step up and take on responsibility no matter what life throws at us. But I was going to say something else when it came to, Wes brought up a good point with like, you know, I used to get really discouraged because I don't have a great record either. I'm fortunate enough to never have been to prison, but I've definitely done a lot of time in county and stuff like that. But I hate how my record puts me at, like, people don't see who I am today. They see who I was back then. And that expunging shit is bullshit that never really happens. But it's by actions and who we surround. There's extreme resources out there for women that want to turn their lives around and want better for themselves. There's advocates that like back us up on what, you know, we have been doing, and I think there's extreme honor in going from being who we were to being who we are today. So if you want any of those contact information, let me know, because I'm linked with a lot of people. And I think as women, we need to stay together when it comes to like really struggling, because I know what it's like to not, you know, be in a room full of people and not really feel like we have.
Thank you, Ashley. That was good. We got 15 minutes left. You guys really want to dive into this book, or somebody want to just keep going?
I just want to say thank you for everyone for sharing. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that stuff today. For the first time since I've been here, I was with my dad this weekend, and we went to pick up my niece from her dad's house, and we pulled into this neighborhood, and it wasn't a neighborhood I had ever been in before, but it looked like one of those neighborhoods you had been in before. And just kind of like, I just had that feeling wash over me for the first time, like overwhelming, like a rush, like, man, kind of want to do that shit again. And hearing you guys with your experience and, you know, saying like, that's just going to come up. I'm not naive. I know that's just going to be a repeated process, but hearing everybody in here support each other is what we're supposed to do, right? Support each other and be there for each other. And I honestly, like, kind of kind of felt like manifest destiny today or something. Like I needed that shit. Like this day was supposed to arrive at this time, and I was supposed to hear this shit. So I just want to thank everybody for sharing. I needed that today.
And I know for me, I used to get that amnesia, right? So that shit would consume me, and I'd automatically forget about all the bad shit that came with it beforehand. And like Wes was saying, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'll deal with whatever comes after this. The difference today is I still get them thoughts, right, every once in a while, but they're fleeting. They'll just go by. Because now I remember, I don't forget the smell of jail and showering in fucking flip-flops and eating them nasty-ass trays. You know, I like to be able to eat when I want, shit and shower when I want, barefoot. You know, I enjoy the little shit now. And that play the tape, that cliche-ass term, that couldn't be more real. You know what I mean? I don't forget now. And forgetting is why I kept banging my damn head in the wall. I forgot how bad it hurt, right? I just keep doing it. You know, and then wonder why I'm sitting in jail or sitting back in here again. You know? Jeremy.
Amnesia, that's a good word. Everyone kind of has their last little roundabout. My substance use has sent me to prison and had many effects, but this time around I kind of came in here with a bag of clothes and salvation. This program existed. And the difference between now and the other times, I don't have the state of Ohio telling me to do it. And this last time out was so detrimental to me, that was it. I remind myself now what one hit of crack's gonna do to me. And it rings home for me when we talk about our past. You know, when I went to prison in 2014, the public shaming of the robbery I committed was intensive. And it made me want to hide from it. I wasn't Jeremy, I was JD because I didn't want you to know my name. And nowadays I own it. And it's an asset to me. Prison is an asset to me because I grew from that, and there's an experience now that I carry myself a lot different. I'm finishing my college degree. I have taken the first steps to go to law school. There is a chance I could do all that and never accomplish my goals, but there's a chance. So I'm chasing it. Because they said we can't guarantee shit, but you can try. That's all I needed to hear.
Cool, thanks, man. Mike?
It's crazy. I raised my hand and you guys basically took a lot of what I was going to say. I've always done good when I had to stay sober, but I didn't really have an option when I was on lockdown, whether it be sitting in jail, sitting in booking, or sitting in an institution where they're not going to let me leave. I stay sober then because I don't really have an option. I don't really have the opportunity to go get high. And that play the tape through thing, I always thought, it's fucking stupid. The first time, I able to go get high, and I made the choice not to get high because I don't want to, because I played that tape through. I thought of, yeah, this will feel good for about 5 fucking seconds, and then this, and this is gonna happen. I'm gonna end up in that same spot, pissed at myself, missing my daughter, missing my family, not knowing where I'm gonna go. And I can do that now, and I didn't get that before. And that feeling of being able to do that and make the choice because I don't want to get high. I don't know, I've always heard you know when you're done and you know when you're not. And I believe that now. So, yeah.
Wes, I see you.
I was just going to say that I'm really grateful that I have the opportunity or the ability to have my own business and do something with that right now, because I can't fucking do that. I really can't. I've tried, and it just doesn't happen for me because my record is shit. And that's never going to change. And then I hate working. So. I mean, I'm working in my own way. That's all. But, and then I'm also happy now that I have this interceptor on my car. Every time I start it, I mean, every 5 minutes I gotta blow on the thing, and I don't even drink, but it's punishment in the financial aspect because all my DUIs were drug related, but it's just a good reminder for me because I was offered drugs twice on the weekend, and I'm like, no. see so much growth in myself now, because that's not something I would have done before. I would have been like, nobody. I just do it. But I didn't. I don't know. Good luck, Harmony, and you're gonna be all right. You got all the tools to do it now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wes?
I'm gonna share something real quick, something I learned today. And I'm glad you is here, Sean, because I know you would have been gone and you gonna use it. It's my shit, so I can share it. You know, before we usually choose to use, we just don't have, you know, we have urge so that we go do it. Sometimes we plan it, or it take a little bit to get there. So, somebody told me today to do this. To think about why is it you really thinking like that? Why is it that you really, what is the real reason you want to do it, right? They said it's really your mind telling you that bullshit, right? This is bullshit. And if you think like that and you get to thinking, you know, you might not do it. You know, it's kind of like playing the tape, but it's not playing the tape. Just think about why do I really want to get out? Why do I want to do this? You know, you think about this bullshit. We feed ourselves bullshit, basically, to go get high because we know what's going to happen. And basically, that's all I want to share, except for this also. You know, Kobe Bryant died, his daughter died, other people died in that plane crash. Don't none of us really want to be here. Y'all really want to be in this room, not have your own freedom and living your life and being through the shit we do. We don't really want to be here sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we really don't want to be in a controlled environment. We want to live our lives. We want to be normal. Well, we ain't normal. We ain't never going to be. So you got to have acceptance. And I look at it like this. The people that died, man, ain't got no more chances. They gone. Life is short. We got a chance to live again. We got a chance. That's it, man. We got a chance. That's right. Use that motherfucker.
It's over. It's over. There ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
That's right. Jason?
Yeah. 486491. That's my prison number. I went to prison, I did 4 years. I refuse to let that be my identity. I refuse. I have moved to Toledo 8 years ago. I went to 27 job interviews. I'm a violent convicted felon. I went to 27 job interviews. Even for roofing companies. They hire anybody. Like seriously, they hire anyone. They got denied. And literally had to, like, I got lucky. Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And I met a guy, worked for him for 2 years. Moved to Woodville, moved back to Toledo. So I started my own business. I took some money, saved some money, got my own LLC, got my own insurance, stuff like that. I wouldn't say that my business is successful, but I make enough to get by, you know? And I struggle with drinking is my thing. Like I've never really been big into drugs or whatever. Of course I've done drugs or whatever, but it's never really been my thing. Drinking's always been the thing that has always had its foot on my neck. You know, lately it's like within the last year I've known I'm done. I kept telling myself that, but I wouldn't take the step I needed to take to like make it stick, you know what I'm saying? Until like I absolutely lost everything. My friends, well, I didn't lose my friends because that guy up there was one of the guys that, you know, he seen me sleeping in my truck, seen me doing it. He said, "Man, what are you doing? What are you doing?" He said, "Nobody wants to see you in there." He said, "This ain't even you right now. I'm not even looking at you right now. This ain't even you because I know it ain't you." He's like, "You need to go get help right now. You need to." He said, "But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. It's your decision to make. But I know it's cold in that damn truck."
It was cold as fuck.
And you know, and it's like, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to go out of his way to say anything. He could have just left me sit there, whatever, you know. he knows my struggle. He knows I've known him for long enough, a couple years. He used to work for me and all that, and we've both seen each other go through shit. So like, you know, and he was one of the inspirations that got me to come into here, to be honest with you. I've known Dustin for a couple years now, and I've watched his life change drastically and seen how much it's worked for him. And I'm just like, you know what? All the things I've been doing, because I was sober for a year, straight whole year, my life turned around. I was doing great. My business was growing. I was successful. I was working in Marblehead on a freaking $1 million building. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing it, and I threw it all away. My life away. My fiance left me. I lost everything, and like, even got. This is the first time I've seen my son in 3 months. Is today. Seriously. But I've been like putting in the work, and I ain't going back to that. It's not happening. My business is doing well, even though being in here, but I've been putting this first. I'm fortunate, like I said it before, I'm fortunate enough that I work for myself so I can do that. But, and I know it's harder for other people. You know, I know it's hard being in here and you would need groceries and, you know, cigarettes or whatever, you know. I know it's hard. You want to get out there and you want to do that. But you cannot sacrifice some cash for what this is, because it will save your life. And being honest with yourself and coming in here and sharing that is like, that's the bravest thing I've seen, I think. There's been people in here that had a perfect opportunity and they messed up. I've seen it happen 3 or 4 times. Since I've been here, I've only been here 3 weeks. Seen dudes go straight out. They ain't serious, they ain't ready. They ain't ready for that. You've made a commitment to yourself and to your family, and you're doing it. And by sharing that and coming here for support and speaking out about it, it just shows that you don't want to go back to that. To me, it does, anyways. And it's really brave, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Charlie, you speaking up helps inspire people to do the same thing. I'm glad you did. I guess put in the work. And if you're fortunate enough to be here in lodging, man, take the time to put in the work now. It'll pay off later. I promise you. Getting high and getting drunk is just going to make shit worse. And, yeah. Who's got the... Oh, you got Elena.
I just wanted to say real quick.
Oh, I thought you were... Sorry. Oh, all right. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say real quick, you know, Charmony, to me, you did the hard part of saying it. And for me, I always need to follow my shit up with action. When I first got here, this is just for me, I turned my keys over to Dan. He didn't ask for them. I needed to do that for me. Gave my sponsor my bank card. She handles the finances. I tried to set up all kind of safety nets, because I know my disease is cunning, baffling, and powerful. I don't know about nobody else's. You know, I had to ask for help, just like with today. You know, when I was here earlier, because I don't want to drive my car at night. So I had to reach out and ask somebody if they would pick me up and give me a ride to the meeting. And just like other people helped me today, I had to open up my mouth, because a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I mean, yeah, you share what you share. I would just, if it were me, let me talk about me, I would take it a step further and do some action behind that. I might call some people, I might hang out here a little longer. You know, if I'm having those thoughts, I'm just talking about me. I can't just speak it out. I gotta put some action behind it. I think our shirts say choice plus action. And for me, I have to get humble, you know, and go to people and ask for help. You know, that's the only way I'm getting through what I'm getting through now, is me opening up my mouth and asking, can you help me? You know, and everybody is saying, yeah. And it's like, okay, thank you, God. I'm gonna make it through this, you know. And I'll be setting up my ride for Wednesday. If anybody lives near Doran Reynolds, I'll pass with that.
Who's got the autobiography now? Oh, Wes. I read this.
Had the
Yeah.
Wesley, I don't know what you see.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters. 1, I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in, I am lost, I am hopeless. This is my thought.
it takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street, there's a depot on the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again, I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault, it takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk down the same street, there's a depot on the sidewalk, I see it, it's there, I still fall in, it's a habit, my eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault, I get out of it. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, what do? I walk around it, I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everybody. If you follow the book, would you please bring it back?